Hey, we should be just about live. The going between StreamYard and YouTube is sometimes a hot mess. Just like me, but that's okay. We'll talk to our special guest about that one. And anyways, welcome, guys. Today's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit fun. Yes, Procrastination Thursday is still a go. Unfortunately, couldn't procrastinate today. Close family friend was killed in a car accident last night. So today's been making a whole bunch of food for the family. So won't be long. We'll get the interview over with today. And unfortunately, I can't procrastinate. I'll do it a little bit, obviously. I can't let everybody down and not procrastinate. That would just be rude. So for all of you, you've seen the thumbnails. Cayce from Ormsby Farms will be joining. He's back in the dugout, getting ready, sharpening his pencil for a big deal for you. Woo, telling you. Let's go through and say hello to everybody. Bountiful Abby. Well, you were here yesterday, but we'll give you a hello anyways. You'll be in and out. E3 Farms. G'day, Chris. Mr. Jim from Florida. How are you, sir? Glad you could make it. Rebecca, howdy. Hopefully you guys are getting snow. I mean, no snow. The more snow you guys get down there, the less we get up here. We've only had a little bit of snow, so I'll take that. And Homestead Family Reclaim. G'day, Mike. How are you? Backlash Fisherman. Matt. Procrastination is always fun. And Outdoors with Big Matt. G'day, little brother. And Beverly Moffat, how are you? Glad you could come. So, I really don't have a whole lot to go over. Kind of not thinking a whole straight right now, but that's okay. We'll get to chatting to Cayce, and I'm sure we'll have a few laughs. And still waiting on a few things to arrive, but we pretty much all know about the mail and customs and all that stuff. So if you're shipping for Christmas, make sure you do it relatively fast. Don't wait. Procrastination is not a good idea for this Christmas season. As fast as you can get your stuff in the mail or any other way, get it done. I know if you're crossing borders, they said that customs is already backed up well over a week, and we're still a month and a bit out from Christmas yet. So again, if you're going to ship, make sure you do it relatively fast. And without further ado, I will bring up our special guest. Hello, Mr. Cayce.
Hello, Scott. Hi.
So, for those of you that don't know, this is Cayce from Ormsby Farms.
Hello, everyone. Hey. Got a good crowd in this chat, Scott.
Not bad. Everybody's starting to see. This is Procrastination Thursday. I started this about 3 months ago. Started Procrastination Thursday 3 months ago, and it's catching on. People are really procrastinating Thursday afternoons. They're waiting for Friday.
Right. Aren't we all, though? Aren't we all?
Absolutely. And, I can't think of any other way than to sit here and chat about Christmas. And, you've got, if you want to drop, or one of the mods, if you want to drop Cayce's YouTube channel, that'd be great.
Hey, everyone.
And if we do have a visit today, guys, just, Matt, you know what to do. Just keep getting rid of them. If it gets to be too much, we'll just ignore the chat, and everybody can have a lot of fun, and we'll go from there. But
is that troll, the live troll? What's his name? that comes into everybody's lives?
Harvey. Usually Harvey's very respectful on my chats. So I will give him one try. If he's respectful and then wants to chat normally and not spam, then he can stay.
Right. Harvey. That's it. I remember now. I can't remember who else I was on that he decided to show up.
Well, he's got 29 different aliases.
Oh God.
Yeah. So that's why nobody can get rid of him.
Oh.
So there was one day I said, well, that's it. I'm going to make it a subscriber only. Well, guess what? All 29 of his, bipolar, all of his friends joined in. So yeah, I went up 29 subs. It was like, whoa, hey, yeah. Well, you know what YouTube did to me an hour after he joined.
Right.
I lost 40.
Right. You gain 20, you lose 100. That's how on Instagram too, though.
And it's just, I was talking to a few people last night. As you know, Thursday nights are crazy for lives. And I was talking to a few people behind the scenes, and I'm like, no wonder they want to keep getting everybody not monetized. I was watching a lady who has, and I won't say her name because I don't want it to be spammed or whatever.
Right.
But we were talking last night. She's got 152 subs. And I had to sit through 3 commercials. Yeah. That's not right. I'm sorry. That is not right.
I don't know how in the world she gets commercials because we're like 14, 20, and we lost our monetization last year. So
Oh, yeah?
I don't know how in the world. But I also tell people, the monetization with YouTube ain't all it's cracked up to be. The best thing to do is to get your watch hours up, not for the monetization part, but for product placement. And that's for any of them, because that is where you make the money. Yeah?
Yes.
You make pennies on the dollar on the ads. It's you reach out to these companies and you say, hey, I'm getting 18,000 watch hours a week. Can we make a deal? You send me free product or a promo code or whatever it is. That's where you make the money, not on these little silly Charmin ads they want to play, which I think is real funny that they play so many toilet paper ads during Cinnamon Vanilla that we're talking about when you can't get toilet paper most of the time. Cute though. It's cute try.
That's it. It gets frustrating, but again, we're playing in their sandbox.
Right.
It is their rules. I just really wish that we all knew the rules.
Right. Or they were throughout.
That's it. So everybody can play by the same rule. But it's, there's people who jumped over to a couple other, let's say, just a couple other social media because, they were going to get monetized right away.
Well, the crazy thing, is a lot of the bigger channels that I started out watching, like Living Traditions Homestead, BW Family Farm, a lot, and I'm not going to say which ones, but a lot have talked about moving fully to Patreon because of all the stuff with YouTube. Now, don't get us wrong, we all love watching our YouTubes, but sometimes it's not always the easiest platform to deal with or to learn. I mean, they change something like every week of how to upload or how to tag or all of that kind of stuff. So,
well, and that's it. To get a video to go viral, the one that I didn't even anticipate would go anywhere, I got 3,000 views in less than 48 hours.
Right.
And there's some that I'm thinking, oh my, this is a good one, and I get 50 views.
Right.
So it just, but you know what? We could sit here and complain all day,
Little
but
shorts are really popular this around this time. Shorts, I've noticed that because I was like, I am not going to put YouTube Shorts. I think that it's just a waste of my time to do a 15-second video. But I've posted 2, and both of them are over 600 views in like a day. I'm like, oh, great. Now I have to add one more thing to my plate of.
but yeah, I find that the shorts they're so fast. Like usually within 2 minutes, you can have it posted if you can find something funny.
Right.
You know,
Right. See, I'm not that creative, so I'm just kind of like piggybacking off of. I go on keywords on vidIQ. I talked a little bit about that on a live last night on
Yeah.
the AMN show, and I try to go off of what they're saying is like the hashtag right now that people are Googling, which
Yeah.
spoiler alert is about 50% wrong. So I think I'm gonna just try to start doing more shorts and going live because that's where all the watch hours come from, are shorts and lives.
Absolutely. So I'm going to hit you with a question. I just want to say hello to a few more people that came in, and then I'm going to ask you to tell us, who is Cayce and how did Cayce come about? And that'll give you a couple, and I don't need to know about, the birds and the bees. We got all that down. Well, some of us do anyways.
Some, yes.
But all right, we got Jen from Altruistic Farmstead. Hey, Jen, Wiley, and the kiddos, if they're around. Jessica, Dumpster Girls. Hey, Jessica. Rolling with Raquel. How are you, Raquel? Hopefully you're having a good lunch, and well, you could even get into work today. They've been hashtag the 4-letter S word. They've been getting a whole lot of it out that part of Canada, which, I'm a giver, so I like to see them get it all.
Right.
Okay. They can keep all the snow and we'll keep all the green grass here. And I've never had to cut my grass this late. I probably, if I can get 2 days of sun, am going to have to cut my grass again.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not rubbing that in, Raquel, that, you're plowing 3 feet of snow and I'm cutting grass because, well, I don't have to plow snow. I have somebody come and, do all that stuff because I can't do it anymore with my neck. So, and we have MT Homestead. Hello, Terry. And I'm sure Mike is probably lurking in the background from work, but shh, we won't say anything. E3, I do believe. Julie, how are you? And well, yeah, everybody's saying hello, and
hello.
Terry's saying hello to you, and
hi.
So we'll let you take it away. Who is Cayce?
Well, besides a hot mess, which I think most people I know what you're going about. I know. I just know. But I guess for most people who've seen me on a couple lives lately, they know that I am a hot mess. But I am an actor by trade that turned homesteader. And we started with a family reality show on YouTube. And now we're just bought a homestead and we're trying to be country folk now here in Georgia. Cayce is a mess. Yes, he is.
Well, E3, he's, I don't know if that's a question.
I was hoping I didn't scare anybody off, but I had fun being a hot mess on their live.
So did you say that you were in Tucker now, or you're moving to Tucker?
No, we're in Tucker now. We have a homestead in East Georgia, in the boonies. Like when I say like boonies, like the boondockers haven't quite made it to this part of the boonies yet. So it is very, very. To put it in perspective, the population in Tucker is about 91,000 for a population of where I live now. The population of the area where we're moving is 3,200.
Nothing wrong. Sometimes that's better.
Well, I think, we'll be the most crazy people that probably live in that area. They're gonna be like, oh, send that guy back to Tucker.
So I used to deliver. They called it mineral. It was actually there's a mountain here. Actually, funny, ironically enough, is called Blue Mountain,
Oh,
and they grind it up into a fine powder, and it is an additive in paint and toothpaste.
oh wow.
And I used to bring down truckloads of it, not that far from you, actually, a little farther down. I believe it's 75. Do the loop to go around Atlanta, and I believe it was Georgia 155. I used to exit off just after the great big Walmart superstore. There's a Summit car place.
I don't know. You're pretty close.
Like for gearheads.
Yeah, you're pretty close to where I am right now.
So yeah, like I used to deliver to the Bear paint company that, probably half an hour from your house.
Probably.
That same interview that I heard that, you might have called another YouTube channel a cute couple and labeled me as a hot mess.
But see, when I say hot mess, it's with love, Scott. It's with love.
I'm sure it is, Cayce.
With lots of love, huh?
Oh, gracious.
And Sarah are a really cute couple too. The three of us, we were like this on our chat. I keep on saying that I keep talking about that one question they asked me. If you could be any cheese, what would it be? My mind was blown off of that question.
I could see.
I asked the host last night, same questions.
So that's what as soon as he asked that question, or I'm not sure if it was Sarah or
no, it was Chris
or Chris, but I'm like, I could see the look in your eyes. It was almost like fear. It was like a deer definitely caught in headlights. It was like, dear God, how do I answer this? And yeah, that was priceless.
I've gotten myself into a couple of those situations, deer in headlight moments, on lives and on videos. I don't know if you saw my dad's speaking Australian or trying to speak Australian, but
that was hilarious.
When I reached out to Daz, I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easy. Acting is my thing, and I promised him that I would not watch the video until I was actually recording. And as I'm recording and literally panicking inside my head, I'm like, the camera is rolling. Do not make some stupid ass face. And I just couldn't help it towards the end because I was like, what is he saying? Like, oh my God. So I've got my deer in headlights look mastered now after this week.
But those are the questions that you've asked, I don't know, at least one other interviewer about them now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that you're always going to remember, that although it's Chris's question, it was asked to you. So now it's yours.
And I think because I had to watch it back, because when I was thinking about it the next morning, I was like, Lord, how did I answer that? Because it was so fast and quick and I didn't know what I was going to say. I had to watch it back to make sure that I didn't say anything stupid. And of course I did, saying that I was creamy, spicy and creamy, which I was like, Cayce, what are you saying? Lord, help me. But that will be forever haunt me on YouTube now, that I am spicy and creamy.
Oh, well.
I think I got into one of the comments too, Cayce, he's creamy.
Well, hey, teach their own, right? And the homesteading and gardening community, and really, we like to say that we're the kind of the misfits of, we have a lot of fun.
Yes.
Whenever it comes to animals and whatever else, some have pets, some have food. And right. That's okay. And, if Alicia was here, I'm sure she could put that on her t-shirt.
Oh, Alicia, let me tell you about me loving me some country mama music. One, because I had a lot of fun doing the Quickie. And I think the best thing is that 4 question that she calls foreplay. Oh my gosh, because Lord knows, because of cinnamon vanilla, we hadn't had any Quickies or us single folks. Y'all married folks, I don't know. But that was the highlight of my year and a half, was a quickie with Country Mama.
Well, and you know what? That's it. I've got my quickie coming up here shortly. It'll be on the 29th.
I was about to say, when are you doing the quickie with Alicia?
Alicia.
You just said 29th is when you're doing it?
Yeah, the 29th is, sorry, like I say, this darn laptop, I can't hear anything right now.
That's exciting. That's coming up.
It really is. So
be prepared.
I'm scared. I'm scared. You think I'm a hot mess? Well, she
makes me clutch my pearls, and not many people can make me clutch my pearls, because it's very hard to shock me. But Alicia can do it, and does well.
Alicia can shock people very quickly.
Right. Because you think, oh, innocent, sweet country grandma, country mama. And then she says something like, okay, now we're about to do some foreplay. And you're like, wait, what? What'd you say? Oh, yeah. It's so much fun. But be nervous. She's gonna do it hard for you. I know. I'm gonna be tuned in, sitting right here with popcorn.
That's it. Like the first couple times you speak to her, it's like a sweet country grandma.
Right.
And then it's not even her, but you'll hear her go kind of off the tracks once, and then you can hear her speaking inside your head.
Right.
It's the whole, oh my goodness. I don't know if to be scared, if to run, or
you can't run from country mama. That's the only thing.
Absolutely. And you know what? Right. You can't get any kinder of a lady.
No, and she's fabulous. Me and her and a couple other ladies on YouTube are starting a YouTube live podcast mid-December called Round the Hay Bale. And it's going to be 5 of us hot messes. It's me and Alicia, Lisa from Yogi Hollow, Monica from Bland's Promised Land, and Cayce from Boots and Bounty. A bunch of loud. We have to remind ourselves when we're doing this. We were joking about it. We said, we got to remember this is daytime. Daytime talk.
I'm kind of thinking that you might be the stable one in that 5.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Monica's pretty
Monica can be led.
Yes. But let me say, Lisa's pretty stable for the 5 of us, because if you get me and Cayce together,
yes,
it's a wrap.
Yes, and I do stand corrected. Yes, absolutely. Lisa will play the mom role.
She will. She's going to keep us on track.
Well, she's going to try.
She'll try, which is going to be very hard. But we joke and we say it's going to be kind of like The View, but entertaining. And so, Michael, is that Michael? Yeah, Michael.
Yeah.
But we are going to be reaching out to folks. So if you're interested in guest hosting on that hot mess of a show, email me, because we're booking up for guest hosts. We'll do a different guest host each week. So reach out.
Sign me up.
I know we may overwhelm you, Scott.
That would be a lot of fun.
Well, I don't even know if I can say what me and Alicia were joking about. No, probably not, because we don't want to get tagged by YouTube. But she said it was 4 chicks and a what was going to be on.
Well, and it's 2021. If YouTube was to say anything about that, let them take me down.
So 4 chicks and a dick. The joke towards the end was I think, I don't know if it's Cayce that really has one, but I do. I may be a nice Christian lady most of the time, but I still got a man somewhere in me deep down. So,
oh my God, that is actually, you know what? you might, if the right people see you, I think you could have something here. And I mean,
our little talk show.
absolutely.
We're gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be very we're gonna be doing some call-ins from people in the chat. We'll have like a little fake phone number where people can call in and ask questions. We're
Okay.
cooking segments, and we're starting the holiday episode. So if you know people that are trying to get their music career started through YouTube, hit me up too, because we want some live musical performances on our first little podcast. So it'll be
That's
fun.
awesome.
It'll be fun.
So yeah, my second venture is probably not going to happen till after Christmas now, but obviously my first one is diving deep into more mental health kind of stuff.
It's important to have stuff about that, especially the past 2 years that we've had.
Well, and I've looked around, Cayce, and I can't find anything that I'm not going to step on anybody's toes.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't want to do. You know, like I had asked a few people to do some interviews like this a couple months ago. They're still in the works, but you know, everybody's, you know, everybody right now is so busy, you know, especially like yourself, independent, you know, this is when you make a big bulk of your money.
Right.
So, you know, to fit in.
Such an important topic, Scott, is, you know, mental health. And I think if more larger YouTube channels or even the medium-sized channels would have stuff talking about that kind of stuff, it could help a lot of people. I mean, I always say, when you put yourself on social media, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, you are a persona that people are watching. Everything you do, say, wear can, how do I want to put this? Well, what you do and say can help somebody or harm someone. You're watched as an idol. I guess is not really a great word to say, but
No.
influencer, we'll say that. So if you use your social media fame for good, such as these type of things, I think that your channel can grow more organically because people see you as real instead of just somebody that's trying to chase the dollar or chase the penny in YouTube ad world. So yeah, it's such an important topic. It's like
I was due to actually start to. Oh, go ahead, Cayce.
I was just going to say that I had just watched something that was on, I think it was Paramount Plus, about the LGBTQI plus community and mental health, and it was very, very powerful series. So I commend you, Scott, for starting that. And you know, I'm always down to chat and help out any way I can. So.
Well, and that's it. I will be reaching out to a lot of my friends and family. The people I was supposed to interview first just lost their son last night.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I'm going to give them a full month to grieve.
Right.
But they just lost their eldest son 2 years ago to addiction.
Oh, wow.
And then Zach was taken from us last night in a car accident.
Oh, my God.
So it hits close to home.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I wanted to lead off with that. And then everybody knows Rob, who I all my animals are on his farm. He's been a paramedic and a firefighter for 37 years. He was medically retired. PTSD. And he wants to come on and do a few segments on PTSD.
Another great topic.
You know, if like I said to him, you know, in the planning stages, I'm like, if we can help one person, who will turn around and share the love to one person. One person, we've got a snowball started. And, like Mike and Terry are, Mike's got that t-shirt now that, down in the US, you guys lose 22 veterans a day to suicide.
I just saw a great special on, I don't know who else watches Sunday Morning. It's like a talk show on Sunday morning, and they were talking about the PTSD, and a new psychotherapy that they're trying out, which includes using ecstasy as a drug that helps it. And I know it sounds crazy, but I will link the show link on my YouTube because it was a fabulous, fabulous story on it. And you get interviews with these vets that said it truly did help them. This psychotherapy and the drug kind of peels it back like an onion so you can see the real root or evil of, your panic attacks or the nightmares that you're having. So it was that just reminded me of that story. Wow. So I'll link it for anybody that's interested in watching.
Absolutely. I'd love to, if nothing else, shoot me that link. And I would definitely like to, get in touch. We have a few extra people coming in. I just want to say hi to Craig's Cabin, Blue Farm, LP, how are you doing? Abby is back. Hey, Abby. Shelly's here. My goodness. And Michael from the Green Acre. Can't forget about Michael.
Can't forget about Michael.
Well, I was going to say I was going to go somewhere, but I'm not. I'm going to be a good Christian boy.
Don't make me clutch my pearls now.
Hang on tight. Oh. And Idaho Garden Girl, hello. And I think I'm caught up again. So yeah, like Terry said, 22 a day they lose. And I don't know what our numbers are here, but they're not the same numbers. Just we don't have, we have an eighth of the population that you do.
Right.
So I think you guys are sitting about 360 million, and we're sitting at 38 million. So we got about 10%. But
too much. So
now I don't want to keep you. I know we kind of been all over today, and well, that's just kind of how I run things.
Well, that's kind of how I talk. Is all over the place.
That's it. But I really want to give you some time to chat about your store.
Yes.
And what you've got going, where like are your Christmas things, just tell me more about your store.
Well, we have an Etsy shop that's through our family business where we make organic and all natural bath products along with farmhouse decor and that kind of stuff. But our holiday line came out Monday, and we're doing some great sales on our Etsy with free shipping, free gift wrapping, $10 off of $50. And we do soaps, which is all organic cold press virgin coconut oil soaps. We do a vegan bath bomb that is kid friendly, so there's kid friendly scents. We do soy wax candles that is all natural with essential oils. And we crochet and sew. Well, I crochet and sew like every good grandma should. And we're just really excited. I've been preaching for the past week and before about buying local and why it's so important, especially this time of year or in this stage that we're in. And yes, we do ship to Canada. Yes, we do ship overseas. And that is, I'd have to go back on our Etsy, but I think anything out of the US is $3 shipping for the free shipping that we have for United States. But actually, let me go look right now as I'm sitting here, because I think it is $3. Yes. It's $3 for anything out of the US. But we're doing all of our sales through December 6th. Because as you said, I've heard too, customs ain't no joke right now. They're saying a week. If they're saying a week, I believe it's 2 weeks. So order now. So, and we also have a special promo code for everyone who's in the chat today and is subscribers of yours, and that's Santa Scott for 15% off. So if y'all want to go and get you some good stuff, but Santa Scott to get 15% off. And a proceed of the profits that come in, we do pay Scott as an influencer. So if you want to support Scott, go and get it and use his promo code.
I may just have to get myself some beard oil.
Oh, yes. You need to come and try our men's products. I have them somewhere. But, of course, I don't really have a beard. And the ones that called me out on the beard club, which actually that video has done very well on my YouTube channel. So I'm so glad for being called out. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that stupid little video.
Well, you know what? And it was really funny to see the E3 call you out that he wasn't on the video, and as he was calling you out, I was running the video in the background, and I took a screenshot and I sent it to him.
What? No, I think it was Sarah who was one that was like, "Yeah, Scott just called you out." I was like, I knew he would. I knew he would tell me. I knew it was one of them. I knew there wasn't a bronze because I couldn't find a bronze little picture thing, but it was one of them. So.
Oh, that was funny. And for those people that haven't, that don't remember the link, I'm going to be dropping a quick little video in 45 minutes. So it'll be up. It's also, sure, I might get a free beard thing from Cayce, but people are getting away from the big box stores and they want something that was made with somebody's hands.
Right.
And why not somebody that we know?
And I think with really, even if it's not even products like products, like the soap and the candles, when I push, buying local, that means not only soaps and candles and what you would think would be holiday gift items, but find seamstresses close by you. Every price is going up on everything. Find local farmers that are selling their veggies or canned meats or frozen meats or salsas like Michael from the Green Acre.
Yeah.
Get those things to stock up your pantry because one, you're supporting a family that's just like you and not Walmart. We all love our Walmart, but let's get back to supporting each other as a community. And that's why I've been pushing it so much to buy local. All stuff. There's some small business or small farm that makes what you're looking for. So check them out before you go and shop at Big Lots.
And that's it. It's support folks,
Right.
And the way I always say it around town, we're in a small town here, and why would I travel to, let's say, the great big blue store? It might start with a W. Their shelves are, they're saying, aren't going to be full for Christmas.
No,
I don't know, but I'm looking behind Cayce, and it looks like his shelves are pretty much full back there.
Yeah, and that's just our fabrics. Let me tell you, my mom will be so glad when I finally move into my house because she's like, my house there's stuff everywhere. In every room, it's like walls of candles. So it's not a home anymore. This is a warehouse. That's what we joke about. It's the warehouse we live in.
Yeah, but I just think it's great, and I commend you.
Thank you
for it's not easy doing this all by yourself, and YouTube is enough, but candles and whatever else is very time consuming.
It is.
So I can guarantee you that. What's that?
I said it's very therapeutic. You should try it, Scott. You should try doing some hot press soap one day. You'll be like, Casey, that is very calming and relaxing. Even though it's a lot, it's very relaxing to do it.
But the only thing is since I've had my neck operation, using my hands really isn't I'm gonna make some bread here, or actually buns to go. I'm gonna take the family over some chili here after, and I'm gonna do fresh homemade buns. Well, tomorrow I'll be in bed most of the day.
Because of that. Now that's a long process. Making homemade bread, I know that for a fact.
Heck no.
See, mine takes forever.
Well, see, I double rise all my stuff, and I can have it done in about 3 hours.
Oh, well, see, that's long to me. Not even my soaps take that long.
Well, that's it. Oh, yeah. If I started, not only would I be working for my wife, because she would be using all my candles.
Right.
And, diffuser, the little perfumey diffuser stuff.
Yeah, the air fresheners and stuff.
The problem is, you go and buy this stuff, it smells until you put it in the diffuser and it melts, and then you lose your aroma.
Right.
Like you might save $1 going to these big stores.
Not much.
Well, how much are you really saving when
it doesn't even work or last long? Huh?
That's right.
It's important to research what wax you use for candles and for diffusers and for melts, because all of that has a lasting effect on this.
Okay.
On your lungs. So, that's why we do soy wax. Soy wax is 100% natural, and it's a lot kinder to your home and to your body than which is what you can get in most stores. So.
Okay. So we've got a few minutes left. Let's open it up, and we'll ask some folks some questions. Yeah, Sherry said that she definitely uses all the candles, and she won't sell one, so she makes her own. So has anybody got any questions for Cayce? And I'll even try something silly. I'll put the link up, and if you want to come up and ask a question, that's fine. But that's okay. We can always take it down real fast if we need to. So there's the link if anybody'd like to come up and ask Cayce any questions. And if not, then we will let him get back to.
I see one. Have I used beeswax before? Yes, I have. I've used beeswax, and beeswax is actually in our beard balm. And I love beeswax. It's expensive to get the good beeswax, but I have used it before. I haven't tried for candles. If I try it for candles, I'll probably be like Sherry and use them for me and not to sell them, because beeswax is expensive to get the good stuff.
If you can get good beeswax, friend of mine, well, she has bees, so she gets to keep her own wax.
Right.
But she melts it into small little molds, and
a lot of people that do that. So cool.
Just to cover her cost.
Oh, yeah.
Smallest ones.
Bees. I have $5. Oh, I know. It's crazy expensive for good organic, because you don't want to buy the cheap shit. You just don't. No. Did somebody Leanne, where's the wine? Leanne, it's 12:30. I'm a wine gal, but 5:00 gotta be 5:00.
Yeah, she said it's 5:00 somewhere.
That's true. Scott, what time is it there?
1:20.
Okay, so we it's not nowhere me and Scott are.
Well, we could go. Let's see here. We have Newfoundland. They're an hour and a half, so that'd put it 2, 3. They're pushing 4:00.
They're pushing
in Newfoundland.
Well, I'm gonna be on Black Tropical's Homestead tomorrow night. So if you want to see me in the wine, I'll be there with Sherry.
Oh dear. You're with you're going to actually be interviewed by Sherry and Sir.
Yes, I am.
I'm just being real respectful to Bobby because he's one big sir.
He is. He's a big dude. You know,
Yep.
when I was on Alicia's Quickie, Sherry came up and the three of us were talking, and I didn't know how big he was until we were talking. Yeah? Mr. Bobby's a big dude. So,
you have little Sherry, and then you've got
right.
Bobby.
Well, see, you know, I joked about like with Bobby's height, how big he is. He makes me feel like a delicate flower, and I'm
That's
not.
a good thing.
So, but yes, bring the bottle of wine. Actually, Sherry, I'm gonna text you after this, Sherry, because I have a idea for a drink. I may do a cocktail tomorrow night instead of wine. It's Friday night, so we're gonna cocktail it up.
Well, I will definitely. I'll know that I'll either be having some maple moonshine made by maple syrup, or we could go red wine tomorrow night too.
See, you need to do a video on maple moonshine, Scott. That sounds good.
Well, see, it would be illegal for me to make it.
Oh, never mind. I don't know what I was talking about. Never mind.
But I buy it at the liquor store.
Oh, well, yeah. We'll have to have like a drink video live.
So, you know, eventually we will meet, and whenever I come south, I will definitely bring some true Canadian maple moonshine with me.
That's what I want to try. I've tried the redneck stuff that we have here in Georgia.
Yeah.
It's like gasoline.
Well, and I don't like the whole take a sip, gasp, choke. That doesn't appeal to me. Where this stuff you take, and it's just like taking a shot of whiskey.
Right.
But it's got this smooth maple syrup chaser.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'd like pour it over some pancakes. I'll be a big old fat girl and just pour the moonshine right on with butter and pancakes.
You got to do what you got to do, right? But I even tried to, because there's a couple people that asked me to see if I could ship it. And there's something to do with the licensing, and because it's above a certain grade of alcohol, they can't. So yeah. So Sherry said she's 5'5". Oh, there's no way Bobby's only 5'10".
I know.
Holy, I would have put Bobby at least 3 or 4 inches taller than me, and I'm 6'2". Wow. See, I learned something new today.
I guess he just looks really big in his pictures too. Like I'm talking like 6'5". I was thinking 6'5".
Yeah. 6'4", 6'5" is where I was in that ballpark. And 300 pounds. So I've got 2. Yeah, but you see, he's 300 pounds of solid muscle.
Solid muscle. Muscle.
Not maybe the bread rolls that I got.
I was about to say, not Chick-fil-A sandwiches, 300 pounds.
Or McDonald's coffees.
Right. They do have some really good coffee. I will say that. Mickey D's got some good coffee.
Well, just a heads up that Mickey D's coffee is actually Tim Hortons coffee from Canada. They bought the original Tim Hortons recipe from Tim Hortons, and that's what they sell now internationally.
Wow.
So everybody's like, "Oh, I've never tried Tim Hortons." Oh, well,
I heard about it, but I need to like get me some Tim Hortons, because a lot of YouTubers talk about Tim Hortons coffee.
Yeah, well, literally the coffee that you can get now at McDonald's is the original blend of Tim Hortons.
Yum. Well, it's yummy.
So whenever it's ironic, because whenever I used to deliver to that Bear paint place close to you, I used to get offloaded the same night because I would pick up a tin of Tim Hortons coffee. I would back up to the shipping docks and I'd place the container of coffee on the back of my truck. I was always the first truck unloaded and out.
I bet with that.
It cost me $7 for a container, but I had him hooked on Canadian coffee.
Right.
And I was about the only one. And then I let my buddy know. So yeah, there'd be the two of us that would at least get down once a month, and he would get his fix of Tim Hortons coffee.
Yeah.
And yeah, nobody could figure out how the Canadian guys were able to bump ahead. And because what we do is we'd bring down the white, call it whatever you want. It was ground up mountain. But we'd bring that down and then we'd shoot across to, I forget the little town, and pick up peanuts and bring them back up to Canada to go into Hershey chocolate bars.
Oh, nice.
Because one of the major Hershey plants, until they went to Mexico, was here in Canada, like about an hour from my house.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yep. And they'd give us truck drivers as many boxes of chocolate bars as we wanted.
Oh, see, again, that's what a truck driver.
The women at customs loved me. Once a month, I'd bring the agents a box of chocolates.
Right. Bribing in and out. You get a chocolate, you get a coffee, you get a chocolate.
Yeah, well, you know what? It really worked. And I didn't get anything. They were professional. I was professional. If they saw something on my truck, they sent me through inspection.
Right.
I wasn't looking for favors. But I didn't normally have to wait a whole long time for anything.
This is a good thing.
But anyway, let's just see. We got any more?
Where's the waffle fries? Gone. I ate them, girl. I ate them. Hi, Michael. If he's still on, I'm just seeing the chat now.
Sherry says, lots of muscle, ! Can't you hear him breathing in the videos? Lots of snacks.
Sherry, you throwing some shade in your hubby, girl.
Now she's throwing, ooh, boy. And where's the waffle fries?
My video, she's been picking up my shade. Where are the waffle fries? Leanne, I ate them, girl. I ate them.
Now,
those are my favorite.
We don't have anything like that up here.
Oh,
we don't have Chick-fil-A or, I didn't even know what Chick-fil-A was until I started chatting with Mike and Tanya from Fowler Family Farm. And Braxton, their young lad, works at Chick-fil-A. And everybody got on me whenever I asked a question on what Chick-fil-A was. They lost it on me. They're like, what are you talking about?
I always say, I don't know if it's where people are. That's why I don't mention it a lot, because I know in the South, it's very prominent everywhere. Like every corner has a Chick-fil-A. And that was actually my first job. No. It's like first or second job was at Chick-fil-A. I was the cow. I was in the mascot cow stuff at the parades. But they have good waffle fries. Very good waffle fries.
And that's something I'll have to try someday. But even whenever I was going the U.S. side with deliveries, that would have been about 2005 to 2010.
Yeah, it's grown a lot since then, I think.
I honestly never.
It was a McDonald's kind of world then.
Yeah. And Leanne says that her parents used to ship milk to Hershey Foods in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
I know Hershey, Pennsylvania, like every crack on the back of my hand. We used to deliver all over it.
Pennsylvania when we visited it. It was such a pretty area.
Hershey, Pennsylvania is such a beautiful, beautiful town.
my gosh, it's gorgeous.
Uh-oh. We have our first person coming up. I'm maybe a little frightened, but we'll do it anyways.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Look at
Hi, Chris.
the rose between two thorns.
So I was going to ask you, you didn't get offended by anything that was said Monday night, did you?
No,
Okay.
No, I always say it's very hard for me to get offended. The only thing that offends me is other people being offended. That's about it. No,
I was going to say Monday was pretty.
Back, Chris, and make sure that I, didn't say anything to offend other people on the show.
No.
No, I love you and Sarah. So y'all good. Y'all don't say nothing.
Man, it was so much fun.
Yes, it was. I had a lot of fun. I don't know if you heard, but I was still talking about that question you asked me about if I could be a cheese, what cheese would I be? I was on a live last night and asked the host that. I was asked a really good question, so I'm going to ask y'all. And they both said they'd be Swiss cheese.
Well, they called out, each sister called out the other sister and said Swiss.
Yeah.
I'll send you that link, Chris. That's where I found out that he called Mike and Chelsea a wonderful, cute little couple, and he called me a hot freaking mess.
Yeah, you'll have to send that link to me so I can watch it later.
I'll shoot it to you after. And there's Andale.
Hi, Andale. Sherry, Casey offended? Yeah, I don't get offended at all. No.
And I was going to say there shouldn't have been, if anybody got offended with Monday, I think there's more been said here today. So, and I'm not apologizing for nothing. Uh-oh. There's one of your
it's one of my
sister-in-laws.
Yes, here's one of my co-stars coming in the chat, Miss Monica. Monica, we were literally just talking about you probably about 20, 30 minutes ago.
And it was all good.
Yeah, it was all good.
Before I jump out of here,
Leanne, it's still running. Hopefully I can take it down this weekend, but no, Nightbot is still running.
Nightbot always wants to piss people off.
Yeah. So, Casey, if you have other things that you need to be,
I'm jumping back into work, but definitely I'm going to post and tag Scott in it, just like I tagged Chris and Sarah in it. There's lots of promo codes. People buy local, and use your favorites. These two guys hold on. Let me get right in the center. These two guys right here have promo codes, help support their farm by using their promo codes. And Scott, thank you for having me on. And when you start the mental health talks, bring me in. I'm with it. And I'm here to support and promote any way that I can.
And I want to also apologize and thank you for the other night. My daughter had a blast.
Absolutely. Any way that I can help. I think it's so cool because I always think, I'm like, it's 11 years ago, so I don't even know if people even remember the show. But to hear that people actually do remember the show and actually liked it and didn't think it was just some teeny bopper drama, which is what I thought it was, is a good thing. So anytime she has questions, tell her, please feel free to ask and hit me up.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, no, like I said, she was a dedicated fan to both those shows, and she's like, send me his picture, and I'm like, well, hon, it was like 11 years ago, but
11 years and 100 pounds is what I say. 11 years and 100 pounds.
So I'm like,
I'll send you a picture though, so she'll probably be like, oh, it looks like the Casey now ate the old Casey, which is probably true.
But yeah, no, I really appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, but
I loved doing it. So anytime. So thank you for having me on, and thank you for everybody in the chat. I've been kind of bad on catching up on what people are saying. So thank you everyone.
All right. Well, I appreciate you for everything you do for this community,
Thank
and
you.
you know what? Good luck. And
You too.
knowing that you are shipping to Canada,
Yes, I
I
am.
will be doing my Christmas shopping through
And
you.
we thank you. And we thank you. Thank you, guys.
Take care, Casey.
Bye,
Take
y'all.
care, Casey.
Chris. Bye, Scott.
Bye-bye, bud. And there we go. That was a lot of fun. What are you doing? Hello?
Just a minute.
Okay.
My headset quit working again.
Oh, no. Well, I tried to get mine to work because yeah, I know he's back. He had to go in and to adjust some settings. But so yeah, Casey, I believe, is Sherry. What time's he going to be on your live? I know I should know this. I typically am around your lives now, but what time are you going live tomorrow night? 8, 9 Central? Oh no, Brenda's telling jokes through Nightbot. She remembered. But again, I like to thank everybody for coming out, and that discount code video is going to drop at 2:00. It's 1:37 now, and it's got a direct link right to his Etsy shop. So needless to say, that's where I'm going to be ordering from. So yes, 7:00 Eastern time tomorrow. So that would
So
be.
I figured it out, Scott.
What?
When we order, we'll use your promo code. When you order, you use our promo code.
Okay. Don't matter to me one way or another. We're not really going to do a whole lot just with everything that's happened recently. And I can't get out of the cruise. I tried. So, good, bad, or indifferent, I tried to cancel it, but you know what? I'm going to try to stay as positive as I can. And
yeah.
it
Well,
is
it's
what
like
it is.
with everything going on with us, we're not doing a whole lot this year either.
No. But I tell you what, last night, the kids left the house. Within 20 minutes of leaving the house, him and his buddy were dead. And, I know that the good Lord had a plan long, long time ago. But, it just doesn't make it easier. 23, both of them were 23. And they were both VSA right at the scene. So,
wow.
Yeah. So sad. But, yes. Yeah. Lisa's got a code. Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So that's why today is not going to be another 3-hour live, because I've got I guess we're going to go over there about 6. So I've got, not too bad. I got 4 hours to make. a whole bunch of buns. So
Oh.
Nightbot. What did Sherry do now?
I noticed earlier that like it was blocking out a lot of like emojis and stuff. So
Yeah, but Sherry didn't even. Sherry said 7 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. That's all she put. Now, I may put Nightbot to bed. I may pull his plug this weekend. Yeah, I didn't see her put any emojis though, Monica.
well, that's like in Alicia's live that she did earlier today, before yours.
Alicia was live?
Alicia was live
I
at
didn't know
like 10
that. She
o'clock
normally
this
goes
morning.
yesterday, so
Yeah, she went live at like 10 o'clock. It surprised me. It threw me off.
yeah.
And Nightbot was blocking messages, and I'm like, really? Show this message. Because I can either show the message or delete the message when it pops up. So I'll read it, and if I don't think it's inappropriate, I can override.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's normally YouTube though. That's not Nightbot.
But it was like Sherry had said something about putting her big curl panties on.
Oh yes, that word would flag.
So it flagged, and I was like, yeah, that's not bad. Show it.
No, it's not. And it's stuff like that let's focus on really what needs, Nightbot doesn't need to be.
Sometimes I think it's overprotected.
Well, there's yes and no.
Well, for
I
certain things, it's considered overprotecting, and for others, it's just perfect.
Yeah, like I truly get it. But we all have clicked that our channels are not for kid content. So yeah, I'm on my I'm just trying to get rid of Nightbot on my other computer. So Sherry's message was deleted. See, I don't get to see that.
Yeah, once it gets deleted, like I can't go back and view it.
Well, I just want to make sure that Sherry didn't get blocked because I haven't seen her post here recently. And I'll put Nightbot through a metal chopper if he did that.
I am so tired.
Yep. She got blocked for 600 seconds. Who blocked her?
Wasn't me.
Well, it wasn't me either because I didn't even see.
I only saw where Nightbot blocked Abby and one other for like
Blocked
5 seconds.
Abby.
Yeah, for like
Okay.
5 seconds. It was only
But-
for 5 seconds because spamming emojis.
Oh, okay. Well, bear with me here, folks. We'll sing and we'll do a dance, but I'm not gonna have this. See, there's some days that there's absolutely zero issue. Like last week, I didn't have any issues with Nightbot whatsoever. And now it's leading to this. Yeah, no, not okay.
Now, like,
Especially
I think
to Sherry
Nightbot
and
would come
Bobby.
in handy for like
That's it.
every
It's meant
so
to serve a
often,
purpose.
every so often posting, a link or, a message, but
Yeah.
I would not use it as a let's.
I was told to protect my channel to use it. That's
Right.
the only reason I used it. Because yes, I'm still new, very small, but I've worked hard for where I've got so far.
Yeah, but your mods are quicker than Nightball is on that.
Well, and yes. And I normally have 1 to 2 mods that just sit back and watch for lack of better terms, all hell to break loose, and then they're right there.
Yeah.
But now it will not let me get rid of the Nightbot.
It's a part of Skynet.
I know I'm in here trying to adjust it right now, and it's not. Community. Haha, moderators. Nightbot. Here, Nightbot. Come here, Nightbot. Here. Haha. Go ahead. Emoji away. Nightbot. 1 minute of peace. Bye-bye, Nightbot. All gone. Save. Haha. There. We will not have any issues with that tin can anymore. Oh, man. While I was here, I just hit my copyright button.
Mm-hmm.
I had 3 more copyrights.
For what?
So the last video I put out around the fire trucks
Right.
had live music. There was guys playing in the garage. We don't per se have a hunt camp because it's literally right behind the house
Right.
is the farm. So we go up there, so we base everything out of the house. Well, it looks like I've got 3 copyrights. And everyone, it was original music to them. And then, like I say, that one, I don't know if you saw me talking to a person. Oh no, you weren't in MT's live last night.
No,
I
I was
was
grinding up sausage.
Nice.
Yeah, I managed before I broke the wheel on my grinder. Uh, we managed to get 3 pounds of ground meat, and we had a lot more to go. But because I broke the grinder, we couldn't grind the rest of it.
Monica, it was me that deleted him, and it was a comment that he said. If we're talking about the same person. Chris is at work. But yeah, no, if we're talking about the same person, Monica, just shoot me a message. But if we're talking about the guy that I booted your last live, it was because of a comment that he said about an individual that was in your live. All right.
I'll be
And
messaging you a
the
little
only
bit
reason
later.
I did do it, and I'll tell you, I've got nothing to hide, is I knew all your kids were sitting there watching it. And kids don't need to see that. My 2 cents. So it whenever I'm modding, I tend not to boot anybody unless the host says, unless I know their kids are watching, and if it gets a little too much for children's eyes, then yeah, I will. But I own whatever I do. Boom, 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 boom. So, oh, you're going to work? Yeah. Yeah, so we should not have any more issues with Nightbot on here because I've unplugged him. Hopefully Sherry is back on, or Sherry can at least hear me. I'm not happy. Thanks, Greg. I try. What you see is what you get. I tend not to sugarcoat a whole lot. I never have. Not my idea. I am who I am, and some people like it, some people don't. Amen, Monica. Yep. Debbie and I just had this conversation last night. You know, the amount of people that are fake, and not even on YouTube, but in life general. I just don't. I don't know why. To me, it takes more energy to be fake and tripping over yourself. And, I have a friend, and he's a good guy. He's got a big heart. but I believe a quarter of what comes out of his mouth. But yet, if I was in dire need, I'd call him right now and he'd be here in 2 seconds. But you take what he says with a grain of salt, and like that came up last night as well. And it's like, really, it must be a hard life because you've got yourself, and then you've also got like trying to make believe or dramatize real life. I don't know. Just seems far too much work for me. Absolutely, Leanne. Absolutely. And that's what's great about YouTube. There's 7 billion users? If you can't find some close friends that you can have a lot of fun with, then you might want to have a look at yourself. And then in my case, I've been picking at Eric all week. Like I can just imagine what's going through his head. If he's got friends like me, he doesn't need enemies. But it's all in fun because I know darn well that I'd be picked at the entire time too. Sorry, it's just my daughter trying to organize what we're doing tonight. She was very close to this. Well, we're all family friends, but they went to school together, and yeah, she's taking it pretty hard. And she found out. So I was in Matt's live last night. I was having a lot of fun trying to keep my mind off of the other issues. And then she comes in and she's like, I got to talk. Somebody I work with got murdered. I'm like, yeah, I got to go. Personal reasons. Hung up. She sat down. And one of her coworkers, her husband, shot her Monday, lit the house on fire, and then dispatched himself. Left a little one. She's in grade 3 without a mama. And then now this happened. I didn't even want to get out of bed this morning. But the good Lord's got a plan, so got to thank him that I was able to wake up today. I was able to get out of bed, but it just, I don't know. You just got to wonder sometimes, just why. I say to Debbie all the time, I must have been one badass in my last life. Because, man, this one's been rough lately. But, hey, LG, you missed it. You're going to have to go back and watch the Cayce interview. It was a lot of fun. I wish we had longer, and but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's worth a re-watch. Yeah, Brenda, I know you've been. Go ahead, drop out. I think everybody should have everybody's link that's in here right now, and I don't know. I guess there's one or two that are lurking, which, okay. Oh, After I said that, somebody dropped off right away. So we have, oh, there's Joe. What's new and exciting with you, Sir Joe? Hopefully everything is good in New Jersey. Now, I meant to ask you the last couple of times, Joe, and I just kind of eluded my memory. When is Joey's appointment? Did you say that he should know if it was starting to work in December? Or did you say that there's a next year will be the, or next year would be the telltale? Like, is it a year after the operation? Or I don't know why that just came to me the other day. I'm like, man, I got to remember to ask Joe. January. Okay. Well, still praying, buddy. All the time. And, you look at Dana's, little grandson, and tell me prayers don't work. Oh, bone broth. I had to go out and buy beef broth today. Yuck. But that's all right. I'm pretty much out of all my beef stuff, so till next Christmas. Next year, about this time, is when Penelope will meet her maker and fill my freezer. And I think, actually, it's going to be in a video, but since you 12 are in here, this is my oldest and her boyfriend were over playing with Penelope. And look at how much she's growing, guys. There she is. So she'll be a year in, I want to say April, but she's starting to fill out just beautifully now. So I can't wait. And like I said last week, I should know. Yes, she's going to be a good size Monica. And, well, her daddy's a 2-ton bull. Barney, I know she is so fluffy. Yeah. I love the Highland cattle. They are so friendly. But, no, Penelope. And that's, so my wife said you can't name her because I can't eat something that I've named. And I'm like, well, get that right out of your head right now, because if she gets named or not, she's still going to be food. I am not keeping a cow that, actually, I'll finish my one thought and then I'll get to that, Joe. Sorry, squirrel. Yes, it is. She is such a docile calf, and with daddy being a big old red Angus, and the Highland being a smaller cattle, if I can grow her out to 600 pounds hanging, I'll do really well. I want to try an experiment. I want to start introducing some pellets. These guys have never been given the pellets before, the protein pellets. I won't be giving her a whole lot because I'd just be shooting myself in the foot, because these cattle are 100% grass fed. Like, he even has a hard time if somebody wants some corn near the end. But for the last month, I will segregate her off and give her oats and molasses, or I want to build a little bit more marble. As I've said before, the Highland cattle is the only cow that is recognized by the Heart Institute and the Heart and Stroke Society, I guess it's called, as the only good red meat. Heart healthy. Yes. Is that heart healthy red meat? So with mixing with the Angus, I will get a little, it changes the taste a little bit, not much. Does introduce a little bit more marbling, which, I'm sorry, but that's where you get a lot of your good flavors, in the marbling. But yeah, no, she's a little sweetheart, and she likes pumpkin. So I gave her some apples Sunday and some pumpkin, and that's all she got. And okay, Joe, so let's go back. His blood level the past 2 months was getting really bad enough blood levels that someone, either leukemia or Hodgkin's disease, might be coming back. Blood work come back. Oh, sorry. Well, the blood work came back excellent. Not average, but going in that direction. So that's a good angle for his blood work. Well, that's good. That's good.
So we got a plus.
And find out about his diaphragm in the next couple of months. Believe we have a checkup in January. From his walking and active, he seems a little bit on the rise. Awesome. That is such good news, Joe.
That's great news.
That's, you know what? The more he does it and the more that he keeps working it, hopefully it just, something will start to fire. And, again, it's not right. Kids should never have to go through this. But
adults shouldn't have to go through it.
I get it.
I meant I think it's just as bad on the parent as it is the child.
Oh, it's harder on the parent.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning by no adult should have to go through it either. I should have said no parent should have to go through it.
Yeah. I can't even wrap my head around it.
All I know is that if anything like that was to happen with Jacob or with Sarah, I would want to take it away from them.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like I would rather it happen to me than to them.
Yep.
The
All right,
issue we
Brenda.
run into
Take
is
care,
that
my dear.
Sarah has that same mentality. So it's like, if anything happens to me, she's like, I'll just take it. Let me have it. Like, no.
Unfortunately, life doesn't work that way.
Well, it's like, she's in enough pain herself as it is, and there'll be times she's like, let me have all your back pain. No.
Yep.
It's like, even if I could give it to you, I would not.
So he has Maya low iron count. He had 1 or 2 gene deletion. If it's not severe, he just has to keep adding iron supplements. If it's bad, he has to get a blood transfusion.
Mm.
Will he eat liver? I know my oldest, whenever she was about Joey's age, she had very low iron. And the doctor said, if you can get liver, it's the most natural, fast way to get their iron up. Yeah. So was Mackenzie. She's like, yeah, I'm not. No, I think it's more a texture. See, and I don't get it because I love liver, onions, and bacon, and so does Debbie. But yeah, no, not the kids. None of them. All 3 of them turn their nose up and just, yeah, there you go, Lori. Make them have a liver jelly bean.
So with liver, I've had really good liver, and then I've had liver that has tasted awful bloody. Like awful tasted.
Yeah.
But you have to cook liver slow. You can't cook it high and fast. It doesn't, like, if you cook it high and fast, it does not turn out great at all.
See,
It's one of those things that's kind of low and slow for a little bit. Then you can put your sear on it.
Yeah, see, what I do is I usually hit it just a little over medium, and that way it doesn't burn.
Right.
But what I do is I cook my onions, then I cook my bacon, then I cook my liver on top of that, so you get all those flavors in your liver.
Introduced. Right.
But Rochelle from Brampton Gardner said that her friend had to do liver smoothies. I don't know if I could do that.
And I've even heard people eating raw liver to get their iron up.
Suppose. Now you're out of my realm. I won't even try that.
Oh, I won't either, but well, I can't say that.
I've got to agree with you, Monica. What we used to do at the hunt camp is obviously remove the heart, and we would stuff it like a bird. All 4 chambers, we would put stuffing in it. And I tell you, with a reduced red wine, oh my goodness. We've also done it with reduced beer. I didn't like that, but just a nice rosé done with red wine. Oh, it was very, very good.
I've not tried heart.
You've not tried it? Oh, but
I've
Monica's
never
right.
had the opportunity.
Okay, well, if you ever get the chance, and I know they do sell them here at the butcher shop.
Oh, I
It
could
is
get
quite
you.
expensive. Now, I have had friends that cut it in half, stuff it, and then wrap it with not butcher cord. I've had, and then I have some people that just stuff the arteries, and it. I've got to say, cut very slim, very thinly, an amazing cut of beef.
Yeah, that's what I've heard is that you have to cut it thin. You know, some fairly thin slices.
It's just like anything.
You
If
know,
it's cooked properly, it's awesome. Like I've had beaver and it wasn't cooked right. It was the most vile thing I've ever tasted. And then a buddy of mine, his mom made beaver, but she cooked it over like a day and a half. And I tell you, that is the best meat I've ever tasted.
so I watched a video one time of a guy who was talking about beaver tail and just the whole beaver in general. But he's like, with beaver, the longer you smoke it, the better it tastes.
Yeah.
He's like, the lower the heat and the longer you go with it, the better it tastes.
Yeah.
And that goes for a lot of things like camel. You know, if you cook camel fast, it has the most disgusting, bitterest taste.
Gotta say, I've never had myself some camel before.
Like
You
it is
probably had it
extreme.
overseas, though.
Yeah, I had it over in the Middle East.
Yeah.
But it's extremely bitter if it's cooked over a hot flame and it's cooked fast. It's extremely bitter, almost unbearably bitter. You tend to get used to it when that's all they make at Burger King.
Whenever he was overseas serving, he had camel, Monica.
But then we got some camel meat when we were in Kuwait a few years later after that. And I cooked it slow, low and slow. And because that's, we learned that that's how you prepare it. And I had it that way prior to my Kuwait visit, but I cooked it there in Kuwait. I cooked it real slow and low, and it turned out beautifully with a little salsa.
Well, yes, Rochelle, but beaver tails take a whole different meaning to us. So we have a franchise up here called Beaver Tails. It's pastry, deep fried, with dipped in butter and then cinnamon and sugar. That's what we have up here. So if you ever hear folks in Ontario, I don't know if it's the rest of Canada, but I know definitely in Ontario, if they're talking about beaver tails, it's what I guess you guys call them elephant ears or something down in the US. I've seen them down there and they called them elephant ears. And Monica says salsa makes everything better.
It does.
She's not
But
wrong.
you gotta have a good salsa too.
Rochelle says, I'm picturing camel tastes like piss.
No. it is a delicacy in the Middle East. Like it is
Well,
so good.
it would, they, well, I've seen some of their livestock and their cattle wouldn't feed a family unless you wanted to eat the bones. So that's
So
about all you can see on their cattle is the bones.
they don't they do eat beef, but not very, not a lot. Um, they don't eat pork at all, any type of pork. They eat a lot of lamb,
Goat.
goat.
No, goat. They don't. They worship goat.
No, they don't.
I thought it was sheep that they ate,
No,
and goat was like had something to do with.
their cows are sacred over there. Those
Okay,
are
I
more
thought the
sacred.
goats were sacred as well.
But they tend to use the goats mainly. They usually have more of a dairy goat breed, and they use the goats and the cows for their milk. But they eat a lot of lamb and sheep, and they, chicken, a lot of chicken, um, camel. But how they determine their wealth is by how many camels they have,
Oh, okay.
how much livestock they have. So that's why a camel is considered a delicacy, because not everybody owns enough camels that they can slaughter one.
Anyways, it is 2:22. I'm thinking it might be a good time to get off because I've got to go and still make a whole bunch of buns and whatever else for tonight. So it's probably best that I log off for today, and maybe tomorrow we'll talk a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a message here in a minute. It's gonna crack you up.
Well,
I can't say it here because it has to do with something else.
that's quite all right. Just stay where you are,
Okay.
and I will end the broadcast, and you'll still be here.
Alrighty.
And you can help me knead the bread or something. Knead the dough.
Say, sounds good. Sounds good.
Oh, she says you're a tease, Chris. But
I'm sorry.
anyways, everybody go and finish your procrastination. We just can't procrastinate together. But I guess I kind of got to go do what I really don't want to do, but I appreciate it, Monica. I truly do. Prayers are never, never, never taken lightly. And I appreciate it so much. And yeah, I will see everybody back here tomorrow at 1:30. Take care, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Toodles.